My next guest is going to be back in action June 5th at UFC Fight Night. He's going to be taking on Claudio Puelles. It is Jordan Leavitt back here on the program. Jordan, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Great to see you get a fight again. But before we talk about that, man, fatherhood, I got to ask, how's all that going? Because I know the last time we spoke, you were just going to be a dad.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure you can't really say it's going bad, I suppose. But I'm enjoying fatherhood a lot. It's a lot easier than I anticipated. It's came a lot more naturally to me. Okay. It's a lot of fun. Little person, and she's just now kind of getting her personality. And I didn't sleep a lot beforehand, so I guess it didn't really affect that part of my life.
There you go. Well, I'm glad it's all worked out well. I know everyone's a little bit different with it. Do you find being a fighter actually makes you a better father? And the reason I mention that is because you got to be on time. You got to be organized. I mean, I can speak as a dad myself that, you got to sort of structure things really well. Do you feel like having that sort of good structure that you've already had has sort of benefited you here?
Yeah. Always having to stick to a schedule for fighting has definitely helped me with like fatherhood, because it makes it easier for me to put my kid on a schedule and to know what her needs are and to constantly be aware of those things. A lot of micromanaging and fighting. And that's the same thing as fatherhood.
Good. Well, I'm glad it's all going well. Was this the right amount of time off in between fights, or were you hoping to get in there a little bit sooner?
I wanted to get in there sooner. I actually was told to be ready for March, so early March. So I've been on weight for about 2 months now. So I was hoping for something a lot sooner so I could kind of enjoy my food for a few months, but June's not bad either. I'll be fighting like my birthday week, so I'll just have the cake after the fight, I suppose. Yeah,
no, like how you're putting things in perspective there. Let's talk about your opponent here. 9-2 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Yeah, Claudio Puelles, good Peruvian fighter, mostly a wrestler. Likes knee bars, decent southpaw, doesn't like pressure. Yeah, he's got heart, though. Like, he has that one really, really good come-from-behind victory. I'm very excited for this fight. On paper, I think maybe people think our grappling will cancel each other out. I don't think that's how it's going to happen. But I'm excited. I think he presents some challenges I haven't had before in my fight career, and I'm hoping my fight can be a little bit longer than my last fight. I want to show off some more skills. And I think he might be the fighter to let me do that. Respect him a lot, and hopefully on Fight Night it'll go well for me.
You mentioned, knowing your opponent pretty well. Do you watch tape, or is that something your coaches do?
I watch. I accepted the fight first. I just wanted to fight, but after I accepted the fight, I watched his fights from the Ultimate Fighter Latin America, and I watched his fights in the UFC, and I only watch it once. Then I do my camp, and then after weigh-ins, I'll probably watch his fights again. I think it's unhealthy for some fighters to obsess over their opponent and what they are able to do, as opposed to focusing on what you can do. So I try not to think too much about my opponent during the camp.
Training partners. I know you come from a great gym at Syndicate. Who are some of the main bodies that are helping you get ready for this fight?
Sherrod Blackledge, Natan Levy, but he's in Israel right now, so that's kind of sad. Brandon Jenkins, Cage Aggression.
Oh, I know Brandon. You fought in LFA. I actually interviewed him, I think, a couple of years ago. Great guy, by the way.
Yeah. Good training partners. Yeah. Ali Omar, good, very talented lightweight, 4-1 or 5-1 as a pro. But yeah, I have great training partners. I don't think Claudio has as good training partners that he has access to, and I think that'll definitely be a advantage I have over him, I imagine. I have a lot of people I think that can emulate his style. I'm not sure how many training partners he has that can emulate my style. So that's always nice.
Got to bring him up because he's a mutual friend of ours. Justin Osborne, you getting to work with him at all? How's Justin doing?
Justin's been doing really good. He had a fight which didn't go his way not too long ago, but he's finally back in the gym and he's looking healthy, and we've gotten some good rounds in. Appreciate him all the time.
That's great. And I know, I don't know if you got to work with him or not. Merab Dvalishvili, I know, was training with you guys for a bit ahead of his last fight. Did you get to talk to him or train with him at all?
Yes, I love training with Merab.
Yeah.
He's actually one of my favorite fighters before I got my contract. So kind of training with him was kind of surreal. And there's not really any 55ers that can match my pace, but the rounds I had with Merab were definitely high pace, very hard. He goes balls to the wall. And it was pretty intimidating at first, but it was nice to get those hard, fast-paced rounds, and especially if somebody who is known for his cardio, because you always have those doubts about your cardio before a fight. And then I'm like, wait, I'm keeping up with Merab, and he's 2 weight classes smaller, and he's known for having a gas tank. I'm just fine. So that definitely gained a lot of confidence.
I could see you guys clicking right away because, you know him. He's one of the nicest guys ever, right? I don't think that guy has ever been like upset in his life. He just seems super cool. Did you notice that right away, that he was very welcoming and very easy to talk to and get along with?
Yeah, he has really good energy, very positive attitude, very open to learning and everything. And yeah, you can just tell he's just like a really devout like scholar of MMA, and he really wants to get better in every aspect. And a lot of fighters, I feel like when they get to a certain level, they're like, okay, I'm good at these things. I'll continue to be good at these things. These are the things that got me here. I'm just going to keep doing those things. And Merab is not that fighter. When I see him in jiu-jitsu class, he almost always starts on his back. You know, gives up the advantage to start on bottom. He definitely puts himself in uncomfortable positions when striking. And I feel like we're kind of, you know, two peas in a pod in that respect. So it was nice to have his energy and his example around at the gym.
It's great. How's the weight cut going ahead of this fight? You got some notice. I imagine it's not too bad.
Oh, no, I'm within 15 pounds, which is pretty dang good. I've had abs for 2 months now because I thought I was fighting in March. But, yeah, I mean, now, you know, I got kidney failure when I went to 45 last time, so I guess any weight cut after that one will be pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So I don't imagine the weight cut will be too big a deal this fight.
Good stuff. How's this fight playing out on June 5th? Obviously, you feel like you're going to get your hand raised, but how do you envision the fight playing out?
I actually think I'm probably going to walk him down, and he's probably going to shoot when he's pressured. He shoots when he's under pressure. A lot of people do. We're both grapplers first and foremost, so I think our striking might play out and see how like that plays out on the feet. I'm very excited. I hope he can stop the grappling exchange so I can show off some more skills. But plan A is going to be plan A. But I think he's going to be the first person to shoot because I'm not sure. A lot of fighters seem very caught off guard because I never take a step back. I just walk people down. So I'm confident in my defense. I'm confident in my skills, even if I haven't gotten to show a lot of them yet. So I imagine I'll walk him down. He'll throw some kicks, might throw a spinning back fist. I'll take him down, or he's going to shoot, which would be perfect. Or he'll kick me in the head and I'll go home and, you know, I'll try to forget we had this conversation.
Right, exactly. Be like the Matrix, you never remember, or Men in Black, I should say, where you do the thing where you don't remember anything. So there you go. It's all good. I might be dating myself with that reference. I imagine the plan, like you were mentioning there, you wanted to fight sooner to keep, active as you can. Obviously you got, fatherhood duties and you've got other things, but what's sort of the plan after this? If all goes well and you're healthy, imagine you want to get a couple more fights in this year?
I would love to fight beginning of June and beginning of July because I go to my sister's wedding at the end of July.
Ah, gotcha.
I'll be gone for 10 days. So if it doesn't happen early July, it's probably not going to happen until mid-September. And I would hate to wait that long. I got spoiled by 2020. Unlike many fighters, I had 4 fights in that year. And I've never had that many fights. I've never been that active. So I feel like it benefits me to remain active as a fighter because it's hard to be motivated. Even though I never take days off at the gym, it's nice to be like, okay, like I'm getting in shape for this. I'm working on this technique for this. So I really hope June, July would be perfect, and then September, and then December, and just round out a good year on a nice win streak.
How does downtime look like now being a dad? I know it's the fatherhood time sort of cuts into it, but are you getting in any video games or any Netflix or anything on top of what you're already doing with, the dad duties?
I wish. It's hard to read with like an infant in your arms. They want so much attention and they whine, which is awesome. I mean, I love it. Happiest times of my life and all that jazz. But yeah, just mostly listening to an audiobook as I rock her to sleep or feed her or give her mom a break. We've been watching Teen Titans with my wife. I got it for her for a Mother's Day gift. She never watched it. We've been watching Teen Titans and Star Trek. And just reading Stephen King. That's about all I've been doing.
Which Star Trek?
The original.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so with William Shatner, I'm assuming?
Yep. William Shatner and Leonard Spinola. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a great series. I'm more of a Next Generation guy because that was kind of in the 90s when I was growing up. But they're both great. And Shatner's Canadian, so I got to give him props as well, right? So I'm Canadian. So just wanted to point that out. Jordan, we're really looking forward to this fight. It's coming up here June 5th. It is UFC Fight Night. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media you want to plug? I'll give you the last word.
Oh, no, I just want to thank all my syndicate family Couldn't make it to Fight Night without them. And a special thank you to Neil Melanson, the ground marshal himself. I'm working a lot on my grappling of him, and I think I have some nice filthy tricks for this fight, and it'll be thanks to him.